All right, we're back here for more Versus Live, where Ross Merrim and myself are going over War of the Spark previews as well as trying them out in various decks. Previous match, we tried out another Orzhov Sacrifice deck, focusing around Bolsa Citadel at the top end to see if I could actually accrue 10 permanents to activate it and kill you. Didn't happen.
Nope.
Also had Cruel Celebrant as a means of generating extra life points and dealing extra damage when you had sacrifice outlets. That didn't really work out so hot. Don't have enough sacrifice outlets, I guess. And then also we were trying out Sorin. Never drew it. Whatever.
I drew Arcbow a couple times, never activated it.
Great.
But Arcbow is definitely a good late game. It just gives you that late game, so hopefully we'll get to see that in action at some point.
Yeah.
But that was a matchup where I needed to apply pressure to you because of Bolus Citadel. But now we're moving on.
Yeah. My deck that I'm going to be trying out, obviously I'm a fan of the Izzet colors. If you have ever watched Versus Live or
Todd play a tournament.
Yes. I like killing creatures and I like drawing cards. That's basically, if I could just set myself in a loop where all I did was cast Prophetic Bolt over and over for all of eternity.
Prophetic Bolt with Epic.
It's just if that's the loop, I'm happy. Just put me in the loop. If I'm on my deathbed, just hook me up to a repeating. Put my mind in a computer. All you gotta do, one program, Prophetic Bolt. Prophetic Bolt your Flame Tenkavu. That's it.
Do you look at the top four and just take another Prophetic Bolt every time?
The fact that I'm going to look at the top four is enough. I don't actually have to look at the top four.
Then how does it repeat? It's just discontinuous?
Just reset. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's not really a good loop then.
Come on, man. All right, so I'm playing an Izzet deck today that looks a lot like the old Izzet Drake's deck that we're used to. Instead of doing the whole spell pierce and dive down thing to protect your drakes, I'm actually just making the deck a little more threat dense. We're playing Invade the City. That's it. Invade the City is this new amass card that creates an XX token equal to the number of instant sorcerers in your graveyard.
Creates a 0/0 token that gets X +1/+1 counters.
Actually, if you don't control an army token, it creates a 0/0 that gets a +1/+1 counter for every card in your graveyard. And then the second one actually puts a bunch more counters on the first one. And then you use Thud, and you throw it at your opponent's head. What's really going to happen more often than not is I'm going to just hit Ross once or twice with an Enigma Drake, put him down to 9. He's going to kill it. And then at some point, I'm going to draw Thud, and I'm going to
amass, invade the city,
and then Thud and kill him. That's just what I hope happens.
Yeah.
I see so many cards. I draw so many cards. I'm just hoping that's what happens.
Yeah, nice little combo aspect of the deck, and one that you can easily assemble because you have so much velocity.
Yeah, I'm also playing Augur of Bolus. I think there's a chance that there's going to be different points in the format where Goblin Electromancer is going to be good, and in those scenarios you're going to want to play Arclight Phoenix, and there's going to be times where Augur of Bolus is good when your opponent has a bunch of shocks and moments of craving and things like that. And then Augur of Bolus is going to be the one you want to go to, and you want to go a little bit bigger with your creatures.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, those two sort of juxtapose that way. I am playing a deck that Sam Black featured in his article this week. This is a Dimir mid-range deck that tries to enable Mox Amber. So we've got a lot of legends, we've got a lot of the legendary sorceries, Karn's Temporal Sundering, Yawgmoth's Vile Offering, and we're using Fibblethip to enable Mox Amber along with some of the other legends that already exist. Hopefully Fibblethip will be, good enough to push it over the top. And even though a lot of the cards in the deck are, underpowered, as some of them haven't seen really constructed play on their own, when you get to play a Mox in your deck, you're willing to make some sacrifices elsewhere to get one of the most powerful effects in Magic's history.
Welding Jar, not that great, but when it enables Mox Opal,
yeah.
Hey.
So hopefully that works because Mox Amber is like the really splashy one because it's a Mox.
Yeah.
But the card that I want to play so badly is Karn's Temporal Sundering.
We've had access to these cards for 8 or 9 months now, whenever Dominaria came out last year. And the legendary instants and sorceries just never got off the ground because it's so hard to build a constructed deck where you get to untap with a Planeswalker or a legendary creature. It's just very difficult to do that reliably.
But who's killing Fibblethip?
Yeah, no one.
No, nobody's killing Fibblethip.
No one's killing. No.
So, no. And if they do, he'll find his way back.
Yeah, no, he totally lost. He gets found.
Yeah.
You know, that's this whole thing.
Find his way eventually.
All right, let's go ahead and get to the match. I've already drawn my hand. I know it's good. I'm keeping. I'm on the play because I lost last round. How's your hand?
It's solid. I was going to cast some spells.
Great.
It's got some lands, too.
Cool. All right, before we get started, do you want to take questions or do you want to just
Nah,
go?
I just won't play.
All right, I just want battle, too. All right, Steve Vince, get your questions in, Dan May. If you have any, if you got any, please, if you have good burns against Ross, please. I need them. Okay? Because I am failing today. Trigger. Look at the top 3. Beacon
Put them on the bottom.
Welcome back, Augur Bolus. We missed you.
Oh, man. I had it in my Team of Reclamation deck earlier this week.
I will thought erasure you.
You probably want this, but feel free to take something else.
I'm very light on ways to actually kill creatures.
Ooh.
Which makes me kind of want to take an Enigma Drake.
Yeah.
Especially because this is not going to be reliable. Yeah, I'm going to give you a little value. I think I need to take a Drake.
Okay.
We'll put this island in the graveyard off Surveil. You want to play with your hand face up? So,
Yeah. Attack for 1.
19.
Now, I'm doing it this way because I want to use my mana efficiently, and next turn I can like attack, chart a course, and then Augur Bolus maybe.
That's an interesting one. I will just pass the turn.
Why don't you play your Mox Amber and turn it on? Show everybody how cool it is to play Mox Amber. We're doing it. All right. Because I know what's in Ross's deck in general, I kind of want to just shock his Fibblethip. Because it's going to do an extra damage with Enigma Drake, and it's going to turn off Opal / whatever. So, all right, attack for 2.
17.
And I'm doing it this way because I want to cast Chart of Course and draw 2 cards and instead of discarding. And I haven't played a land yet, and I will not play land. Can I pick these 2 up?
Yeah, you're good. Augur, Beacon Bolt. Display Island, Fibblethip, draw a card.
Mm-hmm. You said who's killing Fibblethip, but me.
Pass the turn.
I am the one who kills Fibblethip. All right, we're going to do this number for the graveyard, I suppose. All right, attack for 3.
14.
I'll go Sulphur Falls, attempt to Crackling Drake.
Resolves.
Draw a card. Here we go. These all lands? What's up?
I've got an Eldest Reborn.
You got me. You caught the tater.
You can go.
All right. And I'm pretty sure I'm just going to kill you this turn, but let's see. Yeah, shock you twice and Beacon Bolt your creature and kill you.
Yeah, the 2 shocks bring me to 10. I got 5 spells now. I had 4 lands and a Mox Amber.
Oof. Oof. That's unfortunate. Bad luck.
Hey, Ross, how did that first Fibblethip die?
It got shocked. Oh, it should have shuffled into my deck.
I didn't even know it shuffled in the deck.
When it gets
whenever
targeted
it
with a
gets the target
spell,
of a spell or ability.
Ooh, nice.
it runs away. Yeah.
Do you want to just keep playing pre-board?
Yeah, sure.
Because I honestly, with the new set, I would actually much rather just play 2 pre-board, 1 post-board to see more how main decks feel. If it's like super one-sided or whatever, I'm fine to sideboard. But
Yeah. Sideboarding during preview season is always sort of a crapshoot.
I would much rather just never build sideboards during preview season. But Mr. Cedric Phillips disagrees, and so I build them. And it's always just like, here's a transformational sideboard plan. Here's how you be here. 10 cards for control. I don't know. I don't know what decks are going to be good in October when there's no decks. Like,
Yeah, it's certainly easier in the winter and spring when there's some sort of established metagame.
yeah.
But yeah, in October post rotation, you're just okay. I'm on the play. Hopefully, I won't draw all lands.
You know what you should have done? Should have played your Mox Amber. All the cool kids are doing it.
Yeah. I'm actually really
Or-
upset you didn't play your Mox Amber.
Well, I didn't play it the first turn because I was hoping you wouldn't shock my Fibblethip and I'd get to
Shuffle it back in.
No, I'd get to play my 5-drop a turn early.
Yeah. My hand's really bad, so if yours is bad, let's just keep bad ones.
Okay. Sand is very dependent on drawing the right card.
The Fibblethip or the Mox Amber?
I will play a Black Blade Reforged.
Hello.
Nice, dude. That's a good one. Here we go. I don't mean to laugh at your card, but I ain't afraid of that one.
I will play a Lazav the Multifarious.
Okay.
Surveil 1. Yeah, that can go in the graveyard.
All right.
Play a Mox Amber and pass the turn.
Ooh, that's a good one. Play an Enigma Drake.
Sure.
Go.
And step cast down the Enigma Drake.
Nice. Mox
Got
Amber
him.
looking great right now.
Yeah. So is this Black Blade Reforged.
Yep. How
Wishing
big
for
is he?
4. It's a
Ooh.
4/6.
Take 4.
It's going to be tough for
16.
Todd to deal with, which is great because I really want to have a legendary creature on the battlefield. This is a Crackle Echo.
Yeah. Here we go.
And it's a 0/4.
It is a 0/4. My draw was not great, but it's fine. Told you my draw was not great. I feel like your draw is actually doing all the stuff your deck's supposed to do.
I'll shock myself to 18.
You just lied to me.
I will Yawgmoth's Vile Offering, return your Enigma Drake, and kill your Crackling Drake.
Yes. This is awesome.
Attack you for 5. You're at 11. You can go. Yeah, I drew Lazav, and it sort of made the entire hand come together. I got to double spell at turn 3 into equip my thing, and then
You have how many cards?
basically double spell because Yawgmoth's Vile Offering is 2 things. I have 2 cards.
Okay.
Oh, this is exiled. Which is kind of poor with Enigma Drake, but would have been nice to have those the other way around, but can't have everything. It's only copies in my graveyard, right? Yeah.
All right, well, I'll cool this. And I'll make a 1/1 with my zombie. It's not very good. It's not looking great. I didn't draw a bunch of my cheap instants and sorceries, so just kind of doing what I gotta do.
Attack for 5.
I'm at 6.
That's the turn.
You have 3 cards.
Yep.
Are they good?
They're not bad. You made fun of my Black Blade Reforged.
I did. I did. I feel bad about it now. All right. Shock Lazav.
Sure.
Shock Lazav.
Sure.
Is there an echo in here?
Beacon Bolt Lazav. Can't believe that worked. Holy moly, we got a chance. Attack for 1.
17.
Go. Probably shouldn't play my land. Not gonna play my land. I don't know if it was a mountain or island, but it doesn't matter.
Yes.
Till. It's so good. It's so big.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can go.
So it's a 5/5?
It's a 6/6.
6/6. How?
+1/+1 for each
Oh,
land.
for each land. Okay. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, and you're at 6.
Discovery.
Yep.
Do both in the graveyard and draw.
Yep. And we're beacon bolting.
Yeah, I'm pitching a mountain.
Oh, get shuffled in.
Yep, and attack for 1.
I'm at 16.
16 to 6.
Oh wait,
What?
So Ross, you can't equip the blip with a Black Blade.
Is it a spell or ability?
Spell or ability, he shuffles in.
No, target of a spell.
Target of just a spell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so whoever in the chat said that and confused our director, shame!
Oh, shame. Yes,
Shame!
Shame.
Shame. Can we get the Monty
Shame.
Python clip up? Shame. Yeah. Think Fibblethip can't carry a Black Blade?
Well,
My dreams were dashed for
It's legendary.
should he be able to carry him?
It's legendary.
Should he be able to?
Lazav.
Sure.
Surveil 1. Get this land
Ooh,
in the
you can
graveyard.
Lazav and copy a Lazav.
Yeah. Let's make this a 7/9.
All right.
You can go.
Augur Bolus.
Yep.
Invade the city for 6.
So that's a 7/7.
Yep. Okay. Go.
On your end step, cast down the auger.
Why don't you cast down the zombie?
Hold on.
Am I just dead?
Bounce the thing. Take an extra turn.
Fine. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done.
I'll play my land first.
Dude, Black Blade Reforged. Doing some work there. Making all my removals.
I think the Mox was what put into the work.
Maybe.
Being able to play the Lazov
Maybe.
plus cast down and then accelerate into the Vile Offering.
All right. Game 1s have been going swimmingly. Let's just not sideboard. Because I have no new cards in my sideboard. If you want to, we can. If you feel like you are at a disadvantage, that's okay.
I don't care about sideboarding.
Sideboarding is quite dumb. We should just play Duo Standard forever. That way, we get to play Esper Control Mirrors with 12 dead cards. It's great. It's so much fun.
For Pete's champ. Who got thudded now, Todd?
Oof. Look, I said I want burns for Ross, and I have yet to hear one, okay? So, you know.
Yeah.
Win a game and maybe you'll get one.
I already won a game. I won the first game of both matches. Won 2 games.
So you say.
All right. My hand is dope. Does all the things I want to do.
Does it have any Fibbletips? You can't even kill Fibblethip. He runs away every time. Just Todd's a nightmare. I'm not allowed to kill any creatures.
Look, he's gone. That's all that matters. How's your hand?
Not good. It only has 1 land, and it doesn't have a 2-drop to potentially turn on that Mox if I draw another one.
Hit me.
All right. From the Scarab 463, tell Todd that we don't heckle winners around these parts.
Your anguish sustains me. One of these days, Todd is going to snap, and
look, I'm going to ask you.
That's why I sit on this side of the table. I'm closer to the door.
I'm going to ask you a serious question.
Yeah.
Have you ever been punched in the face in your entire life?
In the face?
Yes. Have you ever been punched in the face by another human being?
I don't think so.
Yeah. That's why he's so smug.
You know, that's not the first time somebody's asked me that question.
It's a good question. To test your mettle.
Ugh.
You hear the music going on in Todd's head right now.
Is that from Kill Bill?
Yes.
Nice. Oh, what's that going to 5? Womp womp.
Oh no.
He's going to 5 too. For all the smack he's been talking.
I'm just gonna draw 7 cards.
No, you're not.
That's how it works. First you go to 6.
Okay, you go 6. You get 1 more 6, and then you go to 5. Old school rules. Look, if we're gonna be playing for marbles each week instead of just being fun and good natured and having a great time together,
that's what's going on right now. We're fun and good natured and having a great time.
I'm having a great time.
See?
All right, Dan. Don't encourage him, man.
Oh, I have lands. Keep.
All right, 18.
Yeah, I'll keep that one on top.
Go. Opt. Bottom of lands. Draw. Tap. Draw. Playing Augur Bolus. Look at the top 3. Invade the city in my hand. Nice. Coming on Millhouse. That's a reference to Ross's favorite TV show.
Drown Catacomb.
Family Guy.
It even remembers my name. Thrill House.
All right. Discovery. Sure. Both in the graveyard. Attack.
19.
Go.
Rona, Disciple of Gix.
I'll shock it with... I don't know if there's a trigger. It's dead.
I can exile a historic card from my graveyard.
All right, I will let the ability resolve, which has no targets or whatever, and then I'll shock it.
You're up.
Draw for turn. Attack for 1.
18.
I'll shock. Go Crackling Drake. I'm at 16. Your turn. Currently 4/4.
Lazav the Multifarious.
Sure.
I will. What will I do with this card?
Just gonna read this one. Okay.
Not sure how good this is. I feel like Todd's going to spend his next turn killing Lazav. If he's able to kill Lazav and play another threat, that's going to be difficult to beat. So maybe I need to try to play around that, but that seems difficult to do because this is a 1/3, so it doesn't get shocked.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to be able to Crackling Drake next turn. You could have so it's really just Enigma Drake plus something. I guess you already have the Invade the City in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the fact that you can likely kill this plus invade means I think I don't have time for a Thought Erasure.
Okay,
and I'll just cast down this now.
Okay,
Pass turn.
Attack.
17. Don't want to lose my creature to a shock.
All right. Well, we cannot do what Ross said, where we kill Lazav and play a threat, but we can just play another Crackling Drake, and probably going to get either Karn's Temporal Sundering or hit with a Yawgmoth's Vile Offering.
I don't really like doing this, but I think I need the time.
Mm-hmm.
So let's bounce that. This gets exiled. Attack for 1.
Yep, 15?
Yeah, 15, 17.
Vile Offering would have been real good because it would have killed mine and brought him 1.
Yeah, I had the wrong one.
I could have just used Beacon Bolt on it to turn it off, but I kind of also want Ross to do cool stuff. So you can turn it into Rona for 3 mana, and then start spending 4 and tapping it to exile the top cards, and then every historic card you find you can play. As though it were in your hand.
Yeah, I think that is what I'm going to do. So I will just attack for 1 and pass the turn.
You do need to tap the...
Oh, yeah, so I can't
Rona.
attack, yeah.
Yeah.
So 17, 15?
That's what I got.
Okay, pass.
Okay.
Actually, I should copy now. So you can't kill the copy in the stack. I guess if you kill it anyway. Or I guess that lets you shock it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't want to do that. Because if you have a kill spell, you're going to kill it anyway.
All right, let's try a Lava Coil. Attack.
16.
I'm going to play Discovery because I kind of just want to hit land drops. Go.
Thought Erasure you.
All right, the Crackling Drake, an Enigma, 2 Invade the City, an Augur, and a Discovery. So if I draw a land, I get to go Invade and Enigma Drake. Taking the Enigma Drake means that I can only go Invade. I don't know. Sure.
What else was in your hand?
I'll just play face up, sorry.
Okay. I think I need to leave this on top. Pass the turn.
Okay. Attack for 1.
15 alt.
Discovery.
Yep.
I'm going to keep one of the lands. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play and Invade the City.
For 8.
8. All right. Your turn. That's a big boy.
Okay, keeping this on top was not a good idea.
Didn't it? I don't care. And you knew I didn't do anything you didn't know about.
Pass the turn.
All right. Should I go for the kill? Probably. I guess that's just. I mean, I know he doesn't have it, but I wouldn't do it in a tournament, so I'm just going to hit you for 9. Oh, he has it. Nice. All right, you're 14.
Yep.
I will play an Augur Bolus.
Yep.
Top 3. Keep a Charter Course. Who's on the bottom? I will play a Charter Course.
Yep.
Draw 2. And I will play an Enigma Drake. Here we go.
Oh, so close. So
What?
close. You have two augurs.
Oh, man, Augur's great. Earlier, you Eldest Reborn me, and I just sacrificed an Augur. Liliana minus, just make sack 2 Augurs.
-4.
Yep, so I'll sack the 2 Augurs of Bolus.
You can go.
This is currently a 10. Man.
Yeah, having the Sundering instead of the Offering there was really big.
Shock. Lily.
Might have had a shot this game.
Tech you for 11.
I'm at 3.
Make an 11-11. And then thud you. I could have done a lot more damage.
Yeah. I had this idiot in my hand the entire game, but he just had Beacon Bolt the entire time. It's like
it's just like a big lifelink guy that doesn't do anything.
Yeah, well, it gets a counter whenever you put a card in your graveyard.
Oh.
So if you have to like dig for a burn spell, it gets out of burn range quickly. But Beacon Bolt is a problem. I was hoping you would Beacon Bolt the Lilazov, but when you had Lava Coil for it, that was basically the game.
Yeah.
Maybe I wasn't supposed to go for the Sundering, but then I'm just like gonna die really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't have another real good answer to the cards in my hand. Like, you knew I was going to make a big creature with, even if you kill the Crackling Drake, or just, like, killed it with a cast down or whatever. I don't know. I guess, like, cards like Karn's Temporal Sundering, I think, are just only good if you have a pretty large side of the battlefield or a Planeswalker already active. So, maybe it's just, like, you can't have it in a deck with, like, a bunch of the weaker legends, and you need it with just, like, the good Planeswalkers, you know?
I got some Planeswalkers. We got some Jaces in here. Got that Liliana. Got some Karns. Let's play again.
All right. Sideboard or nah?
Nah.
All right. Cool. Games have gone pretty fast. I was really hoping that there was going to be a turn where I could go amass, dud. Because, like, there's no way you're cast downing the first token in response to the second invade the city, you know? I mean, if you do, that's fine. But all right, so you going to be on the play?
Yep.
All right, let's establish I've won this match. But we'll continue to play more games. Because that's what you always do to me. Whenever. Oh, that sucks.
Oh, no.
I do actually want you to do cool things. You know? That's why I want to be less competitive.
Well,
You're so mean.
it doesn't have to be competitive. We just have marbles going back and forth.
Right, but there's literally anything on the line. So that makes us monster.
So,
All right, yeah, hit us.
From Bill Nye Zombie Guy.
That's a good name.
That's a good name. Is your Legends deck, Ross? Is it worth splashing white for stuff like Ruinous Blast?
Maybe. I think the mana base gets kind of tricky at that point.
Are you just Dimir right now?
Yeah. This is where a lot of the legends are, but I would have to look into where some other legends are alongside Fibblethip.
Yeah. Maybe there's like I don't know, you get a bunch of cool payoffs in black, right? Just the Yawgmoth's Vault offering is just so disgusting.
I also think we probably want some of the cheaper planeswalkers, like
Teferi.
yeah, you could play
Either Teferi.
you could play Teferi in an Esper Shell too. That seems pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. I was actually thinking about some more 2-drop legendary creatures. I don't know if like Lazav and Rona seem kind of mopey and bad, but like Amara sounds dope. You know, what about like a Bant Legends with Amara and 3-mana Teferi and Karn Temporal Sundering?
Amara seems kind of meh.
Or is this Ruinous Blast? Amara? No, it's just a legend that's also just good on its own.
It's okay.
Okay.
It just dies to shock, which is a problem.
Yeah, but like, it only okay. But your Lazav is just a 1/3. It just doesn't do anything. All right, coil it.
I'll erasure you.
All right, you want the Crackling Drake?
Yep.
Is my only threat. No land.
Nope.
Well, we drew a threat. Your turn.
I will play an Izzet, which makes it unfortunate that my Lazav got coiled, but
Okay.
you're up.
All right, we'll start off with Discovery. Top 2. It's 2 Thuds. I only have 2 Thuds in my deck. But I want to make my Enigma Drake big. So, Graveyard. For you.
16.
Play the island you know about. Play one of the 2 charted courses you know about. This is what you...
Yep.
All right,
Hulk
draw
Smash on MTGA brings up a very good point. You could also bring in I'm sorry, not an IKEA couch. Esper Legends with Wrath Compassion. So now you can
Oh, yeah.
just blast at instant speed.
Sure.
Kill that thing, attack it to 17.
Okay.
You're up.
17, 16. Charted course.
Yep.
Discard an island. Charted course.
Yep.
Discard a mountain. Soul Falls, your go.
Thought erasure you.
You want the Crackling Drake.
Yep.
Really sad both my Thuds are in the graveyard. Oh well.
Back for 3.
Yeah, 14 to 16.
You can go.
Internal opt. I guess another opt is just better than a random draw at this stage. So.
Yeah, you got plenty of mana.
Yeah.
Answer the spell to your eye.
Beacon Bolt your thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Opt. Bottom the land. Go.
Spin them wheels.
Yeah.
Oh.
Guess I should have helped. Alright, well, we drew land anyway, that's fine. Alright. Beacon Bowl your thing. And play Enigma Drake. Be big.
9/9, right?
Mm-hmm.
9/4?
Go.
Yeah.
What are you at? 16?
Yep.
It's probably dying, but... Alright. Discovery. Do you want to kill in response?
Nope.
Okay. We'll keep both.
Tilt.
Alright, attack 10.
6.
I could have killed you, but I just assumed it was dying. And I wanted to get this charter course off. And I'll play an Augur of Bolus.
Tilt.
So many
Shock.
orcs.
Your turn.
Tilt. I kept the Elders Reward because I figured, like, well, I've got this second Izzet. Once he draws a removal off the first one, so I just need a land for this, and it'll cover another creature. And then you just had Beacon Bolt, which covered both Izzets, and then Augur of Bolus, which covered the Eldest Reward.
It's good deck building.
Yeah. Maybe a few too many bad cards in this one.
Yeah, there's a thing to be said about like playing cards that are too reliant on synergy. You know, there's actually a principle we talk about quite a bit during preview season where we generally build decks and try out decks that push the boundaries of whatever thing we're trying to do. You know, like when I was first starting out with Wilderness Reclamation, I was trying to use it with Amulet of whatever, Primal Amulet. because untapping a Primal Alien seems like it's really good. And in actuality, you don't really need to do that. It's overkill. You just pair it with Search for Escanta, which is way cheaper. It kind of does a similar thing where it buries your opponent in card advantage. And also, just Expansion Explosion with World's Reclamation is just good enough. And in this scenario, you want to play enough Legends with Mox Amber, but a lot of those Legends are not particularly good. They could be replaced with other things. But the reason why they're cheap, or the reason why they're in the deck, is because they're cheap and because they turn on Mox Opal. So it really becomes a race to see how quickly you can find the best suite of Legends that are all playable or good, and to pair with the Mox Amber so that Mox Amber can shine.
Yeah, I think we need some of the cheap planeswalkers
Yeah.
from the new set to really help them out, because they're designed to stick around on the battlefield. They give you some value. They're harder to kill when you have removal spells for opposing creatures, and then and they're good with Karn's Temporal Sundering. So that's where I want to look, rather than playing like the mopey creatures that just die to removal spells. Like when you have Fibblethip, which is nice because it draws you a card as like a card that most
that
people
one's
don't
a
want to use a
no-brainer.
spell on.
I think that one fits in the deck.
But the other creatures just give you such easy targets for removal, and then it makes your removal all the more powerful because it turns off cards in my hand, like Mox Amber or the legendary sorceries. So I think you need cards that are much better at sticking around. So the planeswalkers with high loyalty, like Karn and Liliana, and then I think Jace is pretty good starting at 4 loyalty at 4 mana, and Fibblethip, which people just don't want to kill. So that's where I'm going to look.
The version of Planeswalkers that I played on Tuesday, I was playing a couple Mox Opal, which works really well with Psy Master Thopterist, A, because it's an artifact, and B, Psy's legendary. And that deck had quite a few Planeswalkers in it that could defend themselves. Dovin, I don't know his surname or whatever, but like Dovin that makes Thopters. Dovin, it's not Dovin Bond, that's the old one.
Oh, that's the... Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, Dovin protects itself. Karn can make creatures to protect itself, and you can just start generating a bunch of battlefield presence while also protecting your planeswalkers, which turns on Mox Opal. And it's possible that one of those legendary instants of sorcery should have been in my deck because of how powerful they are when you get to play with Psy Master Thopterist and a bunch of these planeswalkers that all kind of interlock in this artifact shell.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Karn's Temporal Sundering would have been really nice in that deck. Let you get in with some Thopters to set up big Tezzerats. So yeah, that you just need things that are going to reliably stay on the battlefield, because otherwise you turn your opponent's removal into something that's way too powerful, and things like Ronus and Lazov just don't stay on the battlefield nearly often enough. Or you could try to play things like Dive Down and Spellpierce to protect them, but then you're playing a bunch of cards that don't affect the battlefield, which make your cards worse. So I don't think that's the route you really want to go. I think you just want stickier threats, and hopefully we have enough sticky Legends to make it work, because Mox Amber seeing play would be nice.
Yeah.
And Karn's Temporal Sundering and Yawgmoth's Vile Offering would be nice too.
Yeah, I mean, I think Yawgmoth's Vile Offering is the reason to play legendary cards. Like that spell is just so backbreaking when it resolves. All right, so on the Izzet Drake side, I think the Augur of Boluses looked insane. Like, protecting you from the Eldest Reborn or sacrifice effects, pretty big deal. But on top of that, just having something to play early that kind of filtered through my deck, finding removal spells when I needed it, just more card draw effects to keep the gas running or whatever. Like, all that felt really, really good. Turning on Chart of Course felt really good.
Yeah, turning on Chart of Course I think is an underrated aspect of the card.
Invade the City is basically just more of the same. It's just a big thing that doesn't fly. And I'm not sure if it's worth playing over something like Enigma Drake or Crackling Drake, but I think certainly if you want just more of that type of an effect, Invade the City is okay. And if you're gonna play Thud in something like this, like there's a chance that like a version of this deck exists that just plays 4 Thud, and you just like kind of turbo through your deck with card draw spells, and you just try to make one big thing with double Invade the City and then Thud and kill them.
That's a lot of Thuds.
There's a lot of Thud. I had 2, and I didn't draw it very often.
You drew both of them in Game 4.
I didn't draw either of them. I put them both in the graveyard off of a discovery. Thanks. Look, if you want to argue semantics with me all the time, I'm just going to fire it right back at you, just so you know.
I'm just saying, you could have had 2 Thuds that game.
Yeah, but at the time, I needed more creatures. I only had the one in Enigma Drake, and I was pretty sure it was going to die. And then it just didn't. He just took 4 and then 10. So, I don't know.
Okay. We're going to take a break here and set up our last match of the day. Where
You
we
don't
got...
take any questions?
No, we'll take some questions when we come back.
Okay.
I need a break after that one.
Okay, that's
We'll
fine.
be back in a minute. We got one more match for you. War of the Spark. It's going to be sweet. Don't go anywhere.